Have you ever wondered why it's so hard to focus? Why you find yourself reaching for your phone without even thinking about it? Or why complete silence can feel so deeply uncomfortable? I want you to know this isn't a personal failure. It's not a sign that you lack discipline. It is the direct result of how your brain has been trained by the world we live in. For many of us, distraction is no longer just a bad habit. It has become an addiction, and most people don't even realize it's happening. Let me be clear, your brain isn't broken. In fact, it's doing exactly what it was taught to do, what it evolved to do over millennia. The human brain is a magnificent survival machine hardwired to seek stimulation. It craves movement, it pays attention to sound, it's drawn to novelty, and it's motivated by reward. In our ancient past, these traits kept us alive. We were constantly searching for the next meal, scanning the horizon for potential dangers, and reacting instantly to survive another day. But fast forward to today, that same brain is living in a world of overwhelming stimulation. Your brain is now exposed to more information in a single day than it was designed to handle in weeks, maybe even months. And here is the critical part. The brain doesn't have a modern filter for this digital deluge. It reacts to everything. Every single notification that pings on your phone, every short video that autoplays, every mindless scroll through a social media feed, each one of these actions triggers a release of dopamine in your brain. Now, there's a common misconception about dopamine. It's not the hormone of pleasure. It's the hormone of anticipation. It's your brain's way of saying, hey, pay attention. This might be important. Check it again, and so the loop begins. You scroll, you get a small reward, a funny meme, an interesting fact, a like on your photo. You scroll again, you get another reward. Your brain learns this pattern incredibly fast. It learns that distraction feels good and, more importantly, it feels easy. In stark contrast, focus feels slow. It feels difficult. True focus requires effort, it requires silence, and it often involves delayed gratification. Your brain, being an efficiency machine, naturally resists this. It prefers the path of least resistance. Why? Because focusing often means confronting something our brains are terrified of, boredom. To a brain wired for constant stimulation, boredom feels like a threat. It feels like a void, a dangerous stillness. So, what does the brain do? It escapes. It seeks refuge in noise, in constant movement, in the endless scroll of distraction. It's not because you're lazy, but because your brain is actively trying to avoid the discomfort of being alone with your thoughts. Your attention is the most valuable currency you possess. Every second you spend watching, scrolling, and reacting is being meticulously measured, analyzed, and sold to the highest bidder. The algorithms that power our digital world aren't inherently evil. They are just ruthlessly efficient. They learn precisely what keeps you hooked, what captures your attention, and they feed you more and more of it. Their goal isn't to harm you, but simply to hold your attention for as long as possible. This state of chronic distraction has profound effects. It literally rewires the neural pathways in your brain. Your attention span shrinks. You might find it harder to read a book or watch a full-length movie without getting fidgety. Anxiety levels can increase because your mind is never truly at rest. It's always in a state of alert, waiting for the next ping, the next notification, the next hit of stimulation. Even in moments that are supposed to be peaceful, a walk in the park, a quiet dinner, you're never fully present. You're never fully engaged with the world or the people right in front of you. So, how do we break free? The solution isn't as simple as just deleting a few apps from your phone, though that can be a good start. True freedom begins by consciously retraining your brain. It begins with learning to tolerate boredom. See, boredom isn't the enemy we've been led to believe it is. It's actually the doorway to deeper thinking, creativity, and self-awareness. When you allow yourself to just sit with boredom, without immediately reaching for a distraction, your brain starts to learn a new lesson. that nothing bad happens in the quiet. The world doesn't end, and slowly but surely your ability to focus begins to return. The moment you gain control over where you place your attention, you start to reclaim your life. This isn't just about being more productive at work or ticking off more items on your to-do list. Focus is power. It's the power to choose what you care about, the power to engage deeply with your passions, and the power to connect meaningfully with others. In a world that is meticulously designed to distract you at every turn, cultivating your attention is perhaps the most valuable and radical skill you can master. Thank you for spending your valuable attention with me today. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content on how to navigate our modern world.